Okay, so I hope y'all don't mind, but today I want to get a little real. Today I want to touch on a topic of discussion that I feel like is not really a topic of discussion for a whole lot of people. Okay, we have those topics that everybody is talking about, and then we have those topics that nobody really wants to talk about. Those topics that are kind of pushed up under the rug, so to speak, and people kind of step on that rug and keep it moving. This is a topic that can be a little hush hush. Nobody wants to talk about this topic too much, and that's domestic violence. So if you don't mind joining me today for a little convo on this topic, then stay tuned. But if you're watching and you feel like, okay, this is something I really don't want to hear about, this is something that I don't want to watch a video on, and if you feel like, if that's you, and if you feel like you could be doing something else better, then, I ain't mad at you. Go ahead, stop the video, and maybe I'll see you next time. So yeah, with all of that being said, good people, welcome back to my channel. And like always, I hope that each and every one of you all out there watching are doing absolutely amazing, beautiful, and groovy. So like I said, topic of discussion for today, people, is domestic violence. And in my opinion, this is a topic that deserves a whole lot of attention, okay? A lot more attention than what it gets, okay? And if you're not aware, October is National Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Some of you have seen it on your social media sites. And in my opinion, it should be something that is not only discussed or talked about in the month of October. It needs to be discussed and talked about all year long, okay? So, they say 1 out of 4 women will experience domestic violence in her lifetime, and I would agree. I would agree. I really don't know what the statistics are for men, but I mean, don't get it twisted. Men have experienced domestic violence as well. We don't really hear about the men, too tough, but men are dealing with domestic violence as well. But I feel like it's not talked about because a lot of people don't know what to say about it. A lot of people don't know how to address it. A lot of people don't know how to deal with a victim. Okay? A lot of people don't know what to say to a victim. And I just feel like those are some of the reasons why it's really not talked about. I can relate to domestic violence because I was a domestic violence victim. And in the beginning, I didn't know that that's what I was going through. I really didn't. Because I always associated domestic violence with, bruises, broken nose, broken arm, broken leg, what have you. And because I wasn't experiencing those things in the beginning, I didn't feel like that's what I was going through. But any behavior that's physical, anything that is harming someone else physically is domestic violence, and a lot of women, a lot of men are going through it and don't even know that that's what they're going through. They don't even know that that's what they're experiencing until it becomes something ongoing, and as it's ongoing, it escalates to a whole nother level. Okay, and that's what happened in my situation. It escalated, it just progressed, and finally I said, okay, something's not right. This isn't what's supposed to be going on. And I think victims feel like when they're experiencing it, even though they know that they don't deserve it, even though they know that it's something that they shouldn't be going through in a relationship, they stay. Because they feel like they can somewhat change that person. If they continue to love on that person, maybe it won't continue. Okay? But, we have to understand that we can't change people. We can't change people. And some men, some women come from that background, and that's all they know. So when they get in a relationship, that's all they know. Okay? They don't know no better. And so we make excuses. Victims make excuses. They didn't mean it. I know he loves me. He said he won't do it again. We make all these excuses. Wrong is wrong. Okay? And 9 times out of 10, if it happened one time, it's going to happen again. Okay. And there's a lot of women, a lot of men out here who experience it and they share it, and some may not share it. Some are embarrassed about it, and some get to a point where, they don't care about being embarrassed. They need some help. Okay. They reach out to family, they reach out to friends, co-workers, and sometimes when they reach out, these people don't know how to assist them. Okay. And sometimes the signs are there, y'all, and sometimes they're not. Friends can recognize what someone is going through, and sometimes they can't because it's dressed up. Y'all feel me? So I feel like it's a topic that needs to really be talked about. I feel like victims should talk about it more, because there are some victims who aren't here to share their stories. You feel me? They went through something that ended their life, and they're not here to share their story. So for the victims that are here, I know it takes some courage. Okay, you got to be a brave soul to put out there and share with other people what you experience, because it can be embarrassing. You have people that look at you and wonder, well, why didn't you just leave? In a lot of cases, it's not that easy. Why didn't you just get up and leave? For women out there who have children, and you have your children in this household, they grow up thinking that it's all good. That's how it's supposed to be. I saw my mother go through that. That's how it's supposed to be. Okay. Domestic violence doesn't discriminate. It doesn't care about age. It doesn't care about race. It doesn't care about your background. Domestic violence is something that can really mess somebody up. And it's not only that person who's affected. Everyone around them can be affected by domestic violence. Okay? They're not the only person who can be hurt, So I didn't want to take up too much time, y'all, but with anything that I've said, if you care to carry on this conversation with me, then y'all please comment below and let's talk about this. More that I want to say, but I don't want this to turn into a 10-minute video either. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about this, y'all. And let's not only recognize domestic violence in the month of October. Let's recognize it all year long, okay? And so, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one on up, y'all. But thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for joining me for this topic. I know it's not an easy topic to discuss. I know it's not an easy topic to listen to. It's not an easy topic to address, but it's real. And it happens. It happens to anybody. Okay? It can happen to anyone. So with all of that being said, thank y'all for tuning in to another video. And I look forward to seeing you all in the next one. All right? Love and beauty.